Everybody, hope everybody's having a good weekend. Seems like I've been on a kick lately with the whole dare to be different thing, and I definitely am different. But it doesn't just have to mean, as far as different things that I do. What I do seems pretty normal to me when it comes to the automotive type deal. But daring to be different can mean a lot of different things. I remember when I first got into the industry and I guess the hobby and the culture and all that, you had desirable cars and you had undesirable cars. And, the strange thing about that, as time went on, the undesirable became desirable. I can still remember when a 68 or 69 383 4-speed Charger was more expensive than a 71 or 72 440 or Hemi Charger. Just the body style, Dukes of Hazzard, that car just took off. I actually prefer the 71 and 72. I always thought it was a good looking car. One of my dream cars is the 71 Super B. Great looking car. I remember when front wheel drive Torenados were the price of a Daihatsu Charade used. I remember when wagons and four-doors were parts cars. But look at history as it's gone on. People started doing the station wagon thing and they exploded. Everybody wanted wagons, especially Malibu wagons and Chevelle wagons. Oh my God, Chevelle wagons were just Kingswoods, all that stuff. Of course, my favorite's always been a Nomad, like a 55 Nomad, but no, that'll never happen. And then the four-doors got hot. Daring to be different doesn't have to stop there. Something I see with like truck guys, it's always got to be a standard cab short bed. I think long beds are finally going to get their day. But beyond all that, really daring to be different is really nothing more than doing something different than everybody else, challenging the status quo and challenging current trends. It's really all it comes down to. It doesn't even have to be American. If you want to take a 2005 Mini Cooper and put a K20 in it, why not? Hot rodding was always about taking what was available, what was surplus, and making it your own. If everybody goes out and buys a 69 Chevelle, it's hot rodding, but it's not really the true spirit. I think the true spirit of hot rodding has a lot more to do with a kid that has 3 Pontiac Sunfires in his backyard and 4 Ecotechs in the garage, and he's trying to figure out how to make 300 wheel horsepower or 450 to 500 horse on forced induction. And he's doing it on a shoestring budget, getting scalped by his landlord, working at a parts store, and cutting grass and scraping paint on weekends, doing whatever he has to do to get a little bit of money in the pot to do his project, than some guy that just plops down the American Express and gets it done. Hot rodding is about innovation. Hot rodding is about creativity. If there is no innovation and there is no creativity, things become just stagnant. Nothing happens. Everybody loves the cars from the 60s and the early 70s. That's like the late 60s, early 70s was the prime muscle car. You know why that is? Competition, creativity, and innovation. The 426 Hemi changed everything. Ford couldn't be bested. The 427 single overhead cam came out. We saw things that were 20 and 30 years ahead of their time come out of competition and creativity. So, don't be afraid to not fit in because you want to do something different. If you show up to the track with a Geo Metro and people make fun of you for it, who cares? As a matter of fact, I know a guy that has some very fast Geos. Stuff that, you on the other side of the screen with a full bolt-on Z06 would probably think twice. before lining up with. Don't be afraid to do things differently than everybody else. And don't be afraid to critically think and use what's in surplus. If you live in a part of the country where the state government has changed their government vehicle and they've got a lot full of Crown Victorias or Avengers or whatever, whatever they got, and you can get them cheap and the parts are available, you want to drag race it, autocross it, whatever, my advice, corner the market. Buy every damn one you can, stockpile parts, pick a platform you like, own multiple, have 2 or 3 of them. When you get different stuff, they're cheap enough that for the price of one really nice Camaro, you could buy 3 kind of crappy 4-door Novas, but hey, you got 3 cars. You can have one with a little 256 in it, with a little Weber Progressive 3236 carburetor that gets 30 miles to the gallon and drive it to work. Have one with a built 350 in it that you bracket race. Have one with a 5.3 LS and a single turbo that you go around and break dynos with, A lot of possibilities if you'll just be creative. And don't think like everybody else. I don't know if you've noticed, majority of the world's stupid. Just be your own person. Do what you want to do. Do what inspires you. Or else, why are we doing any of this? Y'all have a good week. I'll see y'all next time.